yeah, this is probably my, I don't know, I've been back from Vietnam just for over a week now. I had a couple of days where I didn't walk because one, the weather was just so snotty. It bucketed down on me the one day. And so the next day I thought, no, I'm not going to go out in that kind of weather, so I had a break. That was the day, it was yesterday morning? Yeah. Anyway, it's beautiful now, really is. And just magic being out this time of the year as well is very special. I've just gone over the 10k mark. I jaywalk, very naughty. So yeah, I still get lots of strange looks. Of course I do. Why shouldn't I? I was at lunch on Friday. It was my birthday. I turned 68. Woohoo! And I was at lunch with the family members that could make it, and I was asked by a person, isn't it embarrassing for me pushing a wheelie bin around the neighborhood? And I gotta be honest, it's no. The answers are very definite. No, I'm not embarrassed by it. I know it gets some strange looks and people might think I'm a bit odd, but then again, I must be a bit odd. It's not everyone that chooses to do something like this. So, of course. But I'm not embarrassed by it. In fact, you know, because it's a fundraiser as well, I'm quite proud of it. What a beautiful morning. So, yeah. It's a little bit of uphill here, so you might hear me doing a bit of a huff and a puff. It probably doesn't look like that on the camera, but it is. Morning, morning. This is 11 kilometers to here. I was hoping these change rooms would be, oh, they are. Okay, I can go to the toilet. Bet you needed to know that. Okay. Just climbed a nice sharp hill there. I'm nearly at Bondi Junction. I don't know if I've added that much more distance. I was hoping that would be the case, but anyway, sharp hills are your friend when you're training. So I've always said, when you half believing it. Anyway.
What a bloody pest, eh?
G'day, mate. Sorry.
Oh, he can't hear.
You didn't. Oh, shit. Sorry, mate.
There we go.
There you go, your
Man, I'm so sorry, mate. I caught you in the middle.
No.
I was just saying that guy's a little pest in his motorbike.
Oh, yes. Oh, you know.
Really?
Between them and the buses, it's really noisy. You've got some kit here, haven't you?
Yeah. What are you doing? You got a road there. I know what that is. I know exactly what that is. Are you doing like a bit of a...
Wheelie walk. No, his
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I'm doing a bit of vlogging. I'm in training right now, so don't get too excited that I've just walked this, but so I'm in training to do this walk. On the 25th of April I leave.
Wow.
So yeah, gonna walk, push this bin. It's got all my stuff in it already. It's got my tent and my everything in there.
How long will it take you? Do you reckon?
It's gonna take me. Oh, what am I aiming? I'm an old geezer, you know. So.
Are you on Instagram or something, man?
Well, yeah. This goes to their. I'm gonna give you a card. This goes to my donation page,
Okay.
fundraiser page.
Yeah.
But there it is. And on the back is my YouTube.
Okay. That's good, man. What's
Yeah.
it for exactly?
Medicine Sans Frontier, Doctors Without Borders. And they're involved in all sorts of Doctors Without Borders.
Are you a doctor?
No, I'm not. No. But it's just a charity that I've supported for many years. I did a ride around Australia, did circumnavigated on a postie bike 2 years ago.
There you go.
Yeah. And I did fundraising on that. So that's all on this.
Yeah.
The vlogs are all on this. And I left on Anzac Day 2022 on my postie bike ride.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, when's a good time to do this? And I thought, I wanted cooler weather,
Yeah.
you know, especially crossing the outback. It's just arid.
Gosh,
And
yeah.
so I thought I'll leave on Anzac Day as well, 2 years to the day. So that's what
So
I'm doing.
how long are you aiming to take you?
Look, I'm working on doing 30 kilometers a day. So it's not a huge amount, but it's, you know, it's
My
enough.
friend's doing that as well. He's training for something similar.
Yeah, okay.
Before his wife passed away a couple of months ago.
Oh, okay.
Ovarian cancer.
There you
Sydney
go.
to Byron he's going to do.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Good on you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
No, I knew when I did my ride around Australia on my postie bike, I stopped at a little layoff for the road trains, and there was a headstone there, sort of just in the grass. And it was in memory of this guy, Andrew Cadigan. And it kind of put my ride in perspective, because I'd been on the road for about 6 weeks by then.
Oh, wow.
And I thought, oh, you know, just riding this little bike. And it said, in memory of Andrew Cadigan, who walked past this spot on his walk around Australia, raising funds for the Leukemia Foundation, in memory of a friend of his who passed away with leukemia. Only himself to die within a year of that.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
yeah. He was killed in Thailand. Went on a motorcycle ride trip just to
Oh my
after
goodness.
finishing the ride. Yeah,
No way. Oh,
yeah, tragic.
Tragic,
So it kind of put everything into perspective, and like your case as well. It's people do these things, and they do them for deep-rooted purposes and beliefs and all that kind of stuff. I'm just a nutcase, so for me,
No, you're not. Oh God, I'm sure you inspire many people. Come on.
No, man,
Yeah.
It's amazing. You've given yourself a purpose,
It's-
something
yeah.
to do.
No,
you know,
exactly.
that's awesome.
I get excited. I go crazy if I don't have something. And I do these talks to retirement groups and all that. I've done. I'm not going to say hundreds, but lots and lots of them. And they always say to me about my postie bike ride, and they say, "So what's next, Gav? What are you going to do next?" And I thought, I didn't know. But one of the guys who convened one of the conveners of these groups, who convened the speakers and all that for them, he got hold of me and he said, "Oh, this guy Les Bryce." He said, "Oh, Gav, will you come and talk to my group?" I said, "Of course." So he said, "Oh, because I was a marathon runner, because I was a marathon runner in my day, and I had to stop when I got to 70, and I thought, well, that's not bad, stopping at 70, you're in pretty good shape, because I've developed this sort of motor neuro condition, neurological condition." He did.
He did.
And he couldn't run anymore, so he said, I had to stop. But he said, I had this idea of pushing a wheelie bin from Turramurra, where he lives, to Temora, down near Wagga Wagga. And I can't do that anymore. And I said, "Oh, Les, you should never have told me that, because it's
Oh,
going to
no.
percolate away."
You latched onto it straight away, huh?
So on New Year's Day, I said to my partner, I said to Colleen, I said, "You know what? I'm going to do the wheelie bin walk." And she said, "Oh." So I said, "Yeah, I've got to do this." So I got hold of Les. I phoned him. I said, "Les, I'm going to steal your idea." He was just over the moon.
He would love
He was
that.
in
He's
hospital
probably
at the
gonna
time.
live-
Yeah.
What about doing the Wheelie bin across our Citic
Sorry.
land?
Oh, right across.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Hey?
Well, I
Hey,
tell
how's
you,
that one for you, mate?
I've ridden it on the bike. It's a long way, mate. It's a long way. Yeah. But look, your Broken Hill, that's far enough for me. So I didn't want to do tomorrow because tomorrow had nothing in it for me. I also wanted something bigger. That was not trivial, 450 kilometers, but I wanted 1,000 and more.
Wow.
So,
Getting
So
that
30
light that I need.
kilometres a day.
See that light from the side?
That's
That's what I've been waiting for.
oh,
So you brought it with you.
there you go. I bought the sunshine.
Yeah, hang around a bit more, mate.
Oh, well, all the best with that.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
So
yeah.
inspiring. I'm sure you've got so many people that you motivate to
Well, I
get out there and do
I hope
something.
so. I hope so. Good to chat to you folks. Yeah, all the best. Bye. Cheers. Well, today's packing day, and but before I go through all of that, I just wanted to talk about my front wheel. So I've put a new front wheel on because the other one from hitting the curbs did get a bit of looseness about it, so I bought a new one and put that on. But what happened in my training walks was eventually I found myself that the bin was pulling to the right, and I was almost like having to sort of push ahead on my right side and pull it with my left in order to get the thing to go straight. So I was almost fighting this bin to keep it on a straight line, which was no good. And I thought it was because there was a poor weight distribution in the bin, or the rear wheels had were one side was binding, or the bearing was going, or whatever. But I just put new wheels on the back, so they were good. And what had happened was, over time with this front wheel hitting the curb, it just canted over slightly, sort of from being perfectly vertically positioned relative to the bin. It canted over just to the one side, and what that did was, then it's almost like a motorcycle. You're leaning on a motorcycle. It sort of put this bin into a curve, and so I had to come up with a solution to that, and this is the solution where I have these longer bolts going through that affix the wheel to the frame of the bin, and these I can then adjust the height of those, so that whatever happens, I can make some adjustments on the walk or whatever it is to get that camber right again, so I don't have that kind of issue. So solution found, and it's all good to go, and it tracks beautifully now. I've got a brand new front wheel on. I've got almost new rear wheels on, so the whole thing's set up. And now I'm going to go through the packing of all my kit into this bin. All right, so as promised, this is the gear that I'm going to be taking with me, and I have to fit into my wheelie bin. That's all of it aside for the tent that is already in there. And the reason I'm leaving it in here is because I've got some shock cord that holds it firmly up against that corner, so I don't want to take it in and out, in and out. In this side pocket here that I've set up is my laptop, and toward the handle side of the bin is another cargo net that has my puffer jacket, my rain pants, and will also have my my rain top in there. So that's in the bin. In the side panels here, these side baskets that I've arranged, and Cole very masterfully crafted these liner bags that stop everything falling through, because they wire mesh and everything will fall through. So I've got a 40,000 milliamp hour power supply there. This is a 60,000 power supply. This is my Big Blue 28 watt solar charger that I'll hang off the front of the bin or wherever the sunny side of the bin is as I'm walking, to keep some of these things with at least some little charge coming in. And then in this front basket arrangement, I'm going to have things like my GoPro camera if it's not on the front, and things like that. So without further ado, I'm just going to balance that there because it needs proper stowage. I will go through the packing process. So what I've got in this blue bag is all my camping gear aside from the tent. So it's got in there my Helinox camp bed, camp table, that is a tarp in case I need to use it if it's really bucketing with rain, have some space outside the tent. This is my cooking equipment. Below that is a camp chair, and this green thing is my blow-up mattress and the footprint for the tent. So all of the camping gear is in that blue bag. So that's part A. My sleeping bag, my pillow, and my little air pump to blow the air mattress up is in there with my sleeping bag. These here are that's all my shorts, walking pants, and a pair of long pants just in case I need to go into, look reasonably respectable if I go to an RSL or something for a bite to eat some nights. These are my shirts, underwear, socks, and this blue bag, and my toiletries. Then coming over this side, this is a food bag. It's got lots of food, and in fact too much food for me setting off, to be honest with you. So I've got to be mindful of that. It is extra weight. I don't really need it, but I've got it. And I've got 12 on-track meals in there of various sorts, 2 breakfasts, 2 desserts, and then 8 meals. And as I've said before, they are fantastic. In this bag are my thongs and my spare pair of walking shoes. And in this bag is also a bit of camping equipment, my cup, little frying pan, a spare gas cylinder. And then over in that bag is my drone. I'm just charging it right now, but my drone will be in there. And that is it. So that's everything that's going to come along with me. It's a lot to fit in this bin. It takes some arranging. Now, what it does do is it completely occupies the space in the bin. And you may or may not have noticed that right now there's no water accounted for in any of this. So when I need, so the initial part of the walk, I'm not going to need to carry water. I'm going to have a bladder on my back with 3 liters of water, and I will be able to reach filling stations or cafes or whatever and buy water along the way, fill up, keep my bladder full in my camelback. So there's no need for me to be carrying water inside the bin. Now when I do, I'm going to have a space problem. So what I will be doing then is bringing the tent out from inside the bin, and it's going to go across here. Now I'm going to have to deal with these so that they don't damage it. So that's my project for tomorrow. So I'll bungee it on the front here, and that'll open up some space inside the bin for water. And of course that's going to weigh much more, but my rationale is when I need the water in the bin, which will be about 20 liters, maybe 25, is when I'm traversing the really flat, barren outback, and I'm not going to have huge, sharp hills to push up other than one or two at the most. So that's less of a concern for me, to add a bit of weight to the bin at that stage. So that's the arrangement, and I'm going to put my 360 on time lapse now, and I'll pack the bin, and you can see how that looks at the end of that process. Okay, well there it is. Everything is in, and there's still a bit of space on top, and I've got a tracksuit top, just for when it's a bit chilly, and if I need to, then if I get a bit hot. So that's basically the setup, and I'm good to go. I've got, so, what's today? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I leave on Thursday. So that's the time frame we're looking at now that I've packed the bin, and we're good to go. I've set up a little locking mechanism with some cables here. Put padlocks through on two sides there, and that'll keep it secure when I need to leave it somewhere. I'm also going to have like a bicycle lock, combination lock that I'll use to tie it to, chain it to, secure it to some post or something like that if I need to go into a shopping centre or go and have a cup of coffee or something like that. So that is it. We're good to go, folks. And the next video you see will probably be me, of me leaving home and on my way. First stop, Wentworthville out west, after that Penrith, and then after that who knows where, because I'll be tackling the Blue Mountains, and I don't know how long it's going to take me to push this up those hills. So we'll have to wait and see. But until then, all the best. See you later.